Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
Well, we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. on first down. Hines. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Hines. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 17. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. That's out to the left and complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
The ball carrier.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
The tackle by Bryant.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and...
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, it's 9-0.
Washington, nothing.
On play action, now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And Washington going to send out their punter. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
At their own 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. 97 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Benjamin on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers. Lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. 20, 10. Oh, my. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
On for the point after.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Toss left to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Devin White on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that's complete to Adams. And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 26.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Ball carrier.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And it's good. It makes it 22-7 now.
Makes the score Cardinals 22, Washington 7.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. KJ Hamler returning it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Hamler on the return. The Cardinals take over first.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Watson on 1st down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now a first down throw, Watson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by Devondre Campbell. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Watson off play action. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Hines. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Brandon Graham drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
29, Washington 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
A gain of
A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
Their own 47-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Off the play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
4th down.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 13.
29.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Second down and 15.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
It was Damon Harrison.
Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
3rd down and 1.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, 59. 55. Check that. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Complete.
Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd at SoFi Stadium. The Chargers have now moved out in front of the Chiefs. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Returning, it's Benjamin. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, Washington. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead will. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. 24.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
53, check 53.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 45 yards.
And the Washington first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra points still to come. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes this Washington 30. Cardinals 29.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson taking a shot for Samuel. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Brought down at the 39.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 31.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Rodgers under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run the toss to Mostert. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal. On 1st and 10, Watson steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's crashing. He's checking crap. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Nyheim Hines, 40 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Set to kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
I'm going to show you,
and
man.
They bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
For the point after.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, 77 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now. Watson winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Curtis Samuel, 30 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. They hand it off to Mostert. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This is Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Now second and 10.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Off of play action, it's Watson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 50, it's Watson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. K.J. Hamler, 50 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Cardinals 65, Washington 44.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this one incomplete.
Rodgers pass.
So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's second down. On play action, Rodgers finds his tight end Ingram. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
Evan Ingram. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one, and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off the play fake. Watson dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Final score, Cardinals.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile,